Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report. We got some breaking news here to cover. The Las Vegas Raiders have waived Alex Leatherwood. So he was drafted number 17 overall in the 2021 NFL Draft. And after one season, he is already no longer a member of this team. I tell you guys a lot of the time to hit that subscribe button, but this is why you subscribe. We're live right now, and if you watch this on a later date, I bet you we're going to be one of the very first channels out there to have this video. So hit that sub button, turn on those notifications, because this is the time of the year. This is the time of the year to make sure that you don't miss anything. So the fact that the Raiders move on from Leatherwood means you're going to lose $4.5 million. It's going to be a dead cap hit, though, of $7.86 million this season. And the Raiders got to pay him $3.91 million in space next season. So this is just overall a really, really bad thing that's gone down. I get that he's struggled as an offensive tackle. Personally, it's not the move that I would have made. I still think that he is one of our top 9 offensive linemen, especially if you would have put him at offensive guard. Don't show him. If you would have put him at offensive guard, because when you really think about it, Leatherwood was never supposed to be an offensive tackle. But for whatever reason, they kept throwing him out there. I was told by a source, and I actually said this last week on the Raiders Report, that to me, I also was told that Leatherwood was acting kind of like a Mitch, replace the M with a B in the locker room. That I was told. And I could also see that that would tick off a brand new regime. So the person that broke this news was NFL insider Adam Schefter, that said that the Raiders have waived former first-round pick Alex Leatherwood. And Ian Rappaport said this: they tried to trade him to everyone. He said got 32 no's, but he means 31. So the fact that they tried to trade him to every single NFL team, and every NFL team said no, that tells you a lot. Now, I will admit, if I was a team and I knew that the Raiders weren't 100% happy with Leatherwood, then I would make the Raiders keep him on his 53, and then you talk about trades. This happens, and I guarantee you teams are going to put waiver claims in for Leatherwood. Also, you want to talk about a disaster. I've said it once, I've said it twice, I've said it 100 freaking times on this show. John Gruden and Mike Mayock are going to go down in NFL history as the worst head coach, general manager combination, especially at evaluating draft prospects, because they were bad in trades. They were bad in free agency, but they have been horrendous in the NFL draft process. Thank for the Lord you found Colt Miller. Thank the Lord you found Max Crosby, Hunter Renfrow, Nate Hobbs. There has been some good. But think about already how many picks the Raiders have pissed away in the first round. Leatherwood, cut. Henry Ruggs, gone. I get the Ruggs situation's a little bit different. Damon Arnett, gone. Cleveland Ferrell, Josh Jacobs, Jonathan Abram, all fifth years declined. So you telling me you've had 6 first-round picks and none of those players are going to be on the team next season. And then you think about all the other moves the Raiders made in terms of draft. Brian Edwards, already gone. Lynn Bowden Jr. was cut today. Tanner Muse, third-round pick, was cut today. It goes on and on and on. So how about this, y'all? I want to see nothing but F's in the comments. And I mean nothing but F's. Do I get the fact that the Raiders made the playoffs? Yes, with Rich Bisaccia. Do I think that this team has made some strides in the future? Yes. But I do not think that's because of Mike Mayock. I do not think it's because of John Gruden. Really, when I see these kind of numbers here, it makes me appreciate guys like Derek Carr. It makes me appreciate guys like Max Crosby. It makes me appreciate the type of team that this Raiders organization has had in the locker room. And if it wasn't for just terrible coaching and terrible general managing, if that's even a word, then this team to me would be even better. You know how Dynasty starts? When you get your first-round picks right, when you have that many first-round picks, and you have some of these bottom-of-the-roster guys actually do something. It's just really frustrating, and if you come across this video, you better spam F, because if it's anything less, hell, it might even be a Z. So let's look at some of Alex Leatherwood's numbers here. This preseason, he played in 18 snaps up against the Jacksonville Jaguars. 72.2 overall grade, which not too bad. Run blocking grade of 78.9, that's good. A pass blocking grade of 60.9, okay. What about against the Miami Dolphins? This is the third preseason game for the Raiders. 42 snaps, 64.9 overall grade. Run blocking grade of 71.1. pass blocking grade of 55.3. For the entire preseason, he played in 91 snaps. He allowed 1 sack, he allowed 4 hurries, and 7 pressures. But you also have to look at the fact of how bad he was last season. Because his last season numbers, man, are some of the worst that I have ever seen. It was the penalties. It was the overall sacks given up. It was his just inability to be a reliable player. Last season, according to PFF, he played in 1,104 snaps, an overall grade of 45.0, a pass blocking grade of 29.0, run blocking grade of 62.1. Well, what about from an overall just number standpoint? 14 penalties, 8 sacks allowed, 17 hits, 65 freaking pressures from a first-round pick. Now, I get it, and I've said it before. I did not think, and I do not think Leatherwood is a bad player. However, was he worth a first-round pick? No. Do I think he deserved a spot in the 53? Yes. But if the stories are true that I was told last week, that Leatherwood has been a little pussycat in the locker room, crying about everything, and doesn't show that he wants to be in the Raiders, my biggest thing with this team has always been, when you go out there on the field, practice, when you wake up every morning, you better be proud to rep that shield. You better be proud to put on those colors silver and black. When you put that helmet on, you have that commitment to excellence. Al Davis has always said it. If you don't have that commitment to excellence, then I don't want you on my team. And if all of that stuff is true, which I bet you we start getting some stories leaking out about that, then as far as I'm concerned, peace out, Alex Leatherwood. I don't want you. So do you like the move, y'all? Y for yes, N for no. It is still a little bit of a head-scratching move to me because of the money that the Raiders will eat. And because of that alone, the money that the Raiders will eat, that might not allow you to as easily go out and get some other players that you were hoping to be able to build this team around going forward. But I'll tell you what, man, this is the most entertaining team in the NFL with the best damn fans in all of sports. But let me know down in the comment section right now, Y for yes or N for no. So Alex Leatherwood, one more time here, has been released. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, make sure you do so. But this is really, really important, man. You got to make sure that you got those notifications turned on, because if anything wild or crazy happens, Chat Sports, Jeremy Chuggs and I, we're going to keep you guys up to date. I wish they would have put him at offensive guard, but you know, I am going to put my faith, and I've said this 100 times already this offseason, I am going to put my faith in Josh McDaniels. I'm going to put my faith in Dave Ziegler to make sure that those guys know what's best for this team. And if they are trying to make sure that this football team runs properly, I do think if Leatherwood, and I don't always like to use the word cancer in the locker room because I don't know if those stories are true that I've been told. I was told by people that I trust, but until they're confirmed. But when you have cancers in the locker room, that brings you down, man. Totally brings down your entire team morale. But wow, shocking news here. The Raiders move on from their first-round pick from a season ago, Alex Leatherwood. So what's your level of confidence in McDaniels and Ziegler? Because a move like this speaks volumes. You move on from Kenyon Drake, Yeet 3.6, which that was a move that I could forecast seeing. Then, this is really eye-popping to me. Like, again, I take a lot of pride in what we do here. We get a lot of stories right. But I don't really think that there was too many people that saw this one coming. Now, yes, you can make your educated guesses, but I'm looking in this live chat right now, and I haven't seen anything under a 7. So for that reason, I am going to have a lot of faith. For that reason, I am really going to hope that what you see is going forward. What does this mean for a player? Like, who does this impact the most, I guess? The Raiders better have a lot of confidence in Thayer Munford, because if you don't have Brandon Parker. He's done for the season. Told you, Vinny. And then you got Thayer Munford. He was drafted in the 7th round. I will admit, I had him as a 5th-round grade, and I liked Munford. Even the year before, I actually had him as a 1st-round grade, but he's always battled a few injuries. So you no longer have Brandon Parker. Alex Leatherwood is hasta la vista, baby. What you're going to see now is going to be a battle between Thayer Munford and Jermaine Illuminor as your starting right tackles. That's what you're going to see. Now, this also might help somebody like Jackson Barton make the 53-man because he was getting some first-team reps over at left tackle in that final preseason game. But I'll tell you what, man, Illuminor, Thayer Munford, if Munford's healthy, he's going to compete. But if the season were to start today, I am going to bet that Jermaine Illuminor is going to be the starting right tackle for the Raiders. So Leatherwood, he's gone. It's a dead cap hit of $7.86 million. I don't have the exact numbers in terms of how much money the Raiders have right now in salary cap space. However, we will try to keep you guys up to date. Places that I can keep you guys up to date on are places like Twitter, places like Instagram. You know what? If you want to hit me up on Venmo, because we're going to be doing a lot of giveaways this upcoming season, and Jeremy and I, we're going to start sending you money on Venmo. So this might be a surprise. Mitchell Renz 365, Mitchell Renz 365, Mitchell Renz 365. Hit me up if you have any other questions or comments around the Raiders. Moving on from Alex Leatherwood.